The empty chair. In a quiet corner of a bustling American city lived a young artist named Maya. Her apartment was a canvas of muted colors and half-finished paintings. For 5 years, she had chased a dream, to have her art displayed in a gallery, to have her work truly seen. But the rejections piled up like forgotten newspapers, each one a fresh sting. Her self-doubt had a name: the empty chair. She kept a single worn-out armchair in her studio, directly facing her easel. It was her symbol for the audience she was desperate for, the recognition she believed would validate her talent. But the chair remained empty, a silent, unmoving critic that fueled her anxiety and whispered that her art was not good enough. One dreary afternoon, after receiving another cold email, Maya slumped into the empty chair herself. She stared at her latest painting, a vibrant, chaotic cityscape that she had poured her soul into. For the first time, she didn't see the flaws or the reasons for rejection. She saw the city she loved, the energy she felt, the story she was trying to tell. She looked at her work not with the eyes of a hopeful artist, but with the eyes of a person simply appreciating a piece of art. A shift occurred. She realized the empty chair wasn't a symbol of a missing audience, but a representation of her own constant need for external validation. She was waiting for someone else to fill that chair, to give her permission to be an artist. With a deep breath, Maya stood up and moved the chair. She didn't throw it out. She placed it in a cozy corner of her studio, facing away from her work. It was no longer the judging seat, but a place for her to rest, to think, to find peace within her own creative space. From that day on, Maya painted for herself. She didn't worry about what a gallery owner might think or if a critic would approve. She painted the stories in her heart, the colors that brought her joy, and the emotions that needed to be expressed. The pressure was gone. Her brushstrokes became more confident, her colors more vivid. Months later, a friend, who had been watching her transformation, convinced her to post her work online, not for fame, but for the sheer pleasure of sharing. The response was unexpected. People connected with her unfiltered, passionate art. A small local gallery owner saw her work and, captivated by its raw honesty, reached out. Maya's first gallery show was a success. As she stood in the center of the room, surrounded by her paintings and a crowd of admirers, she saw a new truth. The chair was not empty. The audience was there, but she hadn't needed their permission to create. Her true motivation was never the crowd, but the art itself. The empty chair wasn't a problem to be filled. It was a mindset to be overcome. And by moving it, she had finally found the space to create her own success.